So we're talking about on the lower bay and the Tangier Sound, specifically the marshes of the eastern shore, Somerset, Wycomico County, Dorchester County for that matter. There's two pretty famous places that a lot of waterfowlers try to concentrate on. Those two areas are Deal Island Wildlife Management Area and the Fairmount Wildlife Management Area. Two tidal ponds that have been controlled through impoundment processes, and within my hunting career, they have changed from pretty much whatever access you want to now being non-gasoline or petroleum-powered motors and engines. So the need for either a man-powered vessel or an electric motor to go into these areas to access great waterfowling is on the scene, and that's what we're talking about. Yeah, so this morning we're out here, Tangier Sound, trying to get into the ducks this morning, get set up before light. And got the Torqeedo here on the back. Obviously, we also have a gasoline-powered outboard. And, you know, we're going to utilize the Torqeedo today solely as a backup and just to be able to, you know, pick up decoys, retrieve birds without having to start that loud engine and worry about all that. Well, today, honestly, it all came true. The outboard motor pretty much left us high and dry at the ramp. We tried to get her started as best we could. It was run yesterday afternoon, and like all good outboards, eventually that sucker is going to leave you high and dry. So, thank the Lord, we do have the Torqeedo on board today, and we are cruising right along, getting up to where we need to hunt this morning. So we got ourselves set up this morning. We got about 10 minutes till legal shooting time, which is a half an hour before sunrise. As you can see, that beautiful color starting to come over the woods line all over there in the east. We've decided to come in here to a little spot that's a point that's actually creating a little bit of sheltered water. You can see out there in the main stem of the river, there goes two ducks right there. Look at that. So that's good. That's a good sign. Anyway, they're a little bit rough moving water out there. Little place for them to rest. All day yesterday it blew its head off. So I kind of had a feeling if there was any big birds on the water that they would have a good time resting in here and loafing. It's going to be a bluebird day. We got plenty of sunshine, so they're definitely going to be loafing and sitting in here. Right there, right there. So we got two birds right in the decoys, Jeff. Check that out. I didn't see them come in. I can't tell what species they are right yet. I imagine they're buffalo heads based on their... Oh yeah, it's a buffalo head. It's a hen and a drake. I'm gonna keep my eye on them and you know, get them a little bit closer. Hopefully they'll get them to fly. You obviously can't shoot birds on the water, and they're a fun little bird to hunt. But being this early in the morning, I'm gonna go ahead and let them go, because if we shoot them now, we got to go retrieve them, and I'd rather not mess up the opportunity to have some mallards come in. Look at that group now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was a good shot. Oh, yeah. So, obviously a beautiful bird. I don't kill these very often. When it first came in, I was like, man, it's a little bit small for a mallard. So I figured it was a diver, but once I saw its plumage when it hit the water, I'm like, all right, it's definitely possibly a hen mallard. And I picked her up, and I see that real off-color orange, little dark gray streak on top, and then that ever so slight shimmer of like a almost blood maroon color at the end of those feathers right there, and no other real brightness except for that black. You turn that body over and look at that web foot, and you're like, all right, definitely a little bit smaller than a mallard. So a lot of people misidentify that bird as a hen mallard, and it's not. It's a gadwall. When you puff their head up back there like that, they've got just a little bit of fuzz sticking up, you know. Mallards tend to have a little bit more close feathers down to the back of the neck, and that way you know that's a gadwall. So I haven't killed one in a couple of years. Pretty happy with that. They're good to eat. You can obviously tell they're just a little bit smaller than a mallard, but they're beautiful little birds, and man, I'm happy she came into the decoys. That was great. Couldn't ask for a better decoy either. I mean, she came right around the corner, wings open, feet down, when to land right at the end of the ring next there. So man, I'll tell you what, that was great. So I just put this Torqeedo travel motor on the back of this 16-foot John boat. Really wanted to get a trial run today before I start using it for the wildlife impoundments around here that are electric motor only. When I use it next time, I'm not going to have an engine on here whatsoever on a smaller John boat. But we decided to bring it out here today to some bigger water to see what it would do, see what our throttle was versus what our effective range was with our battery life. And of course, Torqeedo gives you that readout. We had about 1 mile an hour low throttle. We had about a 27-mile range, which you could putt along just fine. Put her up to full throttle, and we had like a 4-mile effective range. No problem, back and forward, picking up decoys. We had to use this thing the entire day. Could not get the Yamaha to start today. Had birds come in, it's early season. Not a whole lot of birds here just yet, but today was a good day to test. And if it weren't for this electric motor, I'm telling you, we would not have had this day.